Hey guys, it's Wonder from the Wonder of Nature. Today, what I have for you are my January favorites. I have everything spread out around me right here, so we're just going to dive on in. So I'm going to start with the crystals that I've really been using this month. I've had them on my altar, well, not this month because technically, it's February, but I had them on my altar almost all of January. A few of them have stayed into February, but the first one is an amethyst little point that I absolutely love. I got this as a birthday present from one of my really good friends like a couple years ago, and I love this amethyst point. So this stays on my altar pretty much 24/7, but I used this as well in a lot of my readings that I did. So there's that. Then I have this little quartz cluster that I got at a local shop here in northern Kentucky. It's just a cute little cluster. I love it. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's just been staying. That's been on my altar. This quartz crystal has actually been on one of my decks that I've had on my altar. That one, and then this one. So this amethyst cluster. Now, amethyst is one of the stones that just seem to find their way to me. Amethyst and tiger's eye. I have so much of it because I just seem to accumulate it. Like, I find it, it's given to me, I purchase it, like it's crazy. But the story behind this one, if you see, there's a little tag on the bottom that says free. So around here, every year, there is a thing called the Festival of Healing and Spiritual Awareness, okay? And it happens every year, and it's like a 2-day event, and people, like set up booths and shops, and they have like lectures, and it's a really cool thing. But a few years ago, we went, and we were at this gentleman's like booth, and he was selling like a whole bunch of like these clusters of like amethyst and everything, okay? So we're just like looking, and I randomly, like I picked one up to check the price, and it said free, right? And I was like, free? And I showed my friend, and I was like, look at this, it says free. And she was like, what? So I looked at the guy, and I was like, hey, is this like true? Is this free? He said, yes. He said, every show or booth that I have, what I do is I pick like a couple of pieces of his, and he puts them free, and the first person to pick them up and notice or whatever, it's theirs. And I was like, yes. So I've kept that sticker on there all these years, and I hope it never comes off because it's such a good story. And I love this cluster. The purple is just so vibrant in it. Oh, I love it. Okay, so those were my crystals that I've really mainly been working with. So I have an oil. If you can't guess, it is the Fortuna oil from the January Witch's Moon box. I have been wearing this as like a perfume. I worked with it when I cleansed and consecrated my reading table, which is what you're on right now. I am in love with this oil. I'm obsessed. So I've really been using that, and like I've used it so much that there's just like the residual oil just like on it. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. So that's my oil. I have also been using throughout the month of January an herb like blend that I myself made on a new moon. It's a very, like, I don't have like a name for it, but it's a very like new beginnings, prosperity, like herbal blend. There's lavender, rosemary, mugwort, frankincense oil. There's some myrrh resin in there as well. But yeah, I've really been loving this and burning it in my abalone shell. So really like that. Next incense, if you haven't guessed, this is the Prosperity Blend that was in the January Witch's Moon box. I've really been burning these like a lot. I love incense. As I said in a previous video, I am very scent triggered. I'm very like smells, like certain smells make me feel witchy and they get me, you know, like in the mood to do stuff. It's awesome. Well, and one of my favorite places to buy incense around me, one of my favorite scents of theirs, they haven't had it in so long. And so I've been really upset, and I've been trying to like find other scents that I like just as much, and this is like, oh, that's so good. Whew. So that's the incense. Books. I have been pretty much working with 2 books. One is the Complete Book of Tarot by Anthony Lewis, published by Llewellyn. I've really been into this one. I do have a few tarot books, but this one has been sticking out for January for me. Then I also have Complete Book of Astrology by Chris Brandt Risk, also published by Llewellyn. And so I've been into this one because my friend and I saw it. We do a podcast, Craft and Cast, right? Well, we have been doing astrology episodes called Drag Me Astrology, where we slowly go through like astrology, talk about it, talk about our thoughts. So we've had this with us quite a bit in January. Next, so this is kind of like a weird thing. So whenever I do daily draws or anything like that, I like to, you know, make my pictures pretty, and I put like crystals out and what have you. But all of January, I use this as my background to my tarot card like pictures. And I got this at Walmart for like $10, and it's just like a little like palette thing, but it is so pretty in pictures. Yeah, if you all can see that, my incense is like it's like engulfing me right now. But it's just like a piece of wood, but it's so pretty, and it makes my pictures turn out beautifully. So I've been using this for all my tarot related pictures. Okay, what's next? Okay, so one other thing. Now, I didn't just like get this in January, but it was one of my favorites. It is my big old planner. So this is what helps me be a functioning adult. It is the Big Happy Planner by like the 365 or something like that. And like I love this thing. It goes everywhere with me. It's amazing. I keep at least 6 months in here. I write down everything. I write down, you know, like what videos I'm going to do, recording days, when they're going to publish. I keep track of all of my social media things in here. I'm starting to have, see those like little tabs? I'm starting to have a little tab for like clients and things like that. So this has been a really big favorite in January. And I might do a video and like walk you all through. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Look at that sheen. And I might actually like walk you all through that. Okay. Then we're to tarot decks. I really only have like 2 favorites that really stuck out in the month of January. One of them, if you follow me on Instagram, at wonder_XVIII, you will have seen this, The Wild Unknown. Now, this was also one of the decks that I said in video, the 5 decks that I wanted to work with more in 2018. This was one of the decks that I included in that video, and I have been doing my daily draws almost every single day with this deck, and I am in love. I am in love. Yes. So I've been really big on the Wild Unknown. I keep thinking that maybe I'll switch it up for one of the other 5 decks that I had in my video to do my daily draws with, but I just can't seem to not pick up the Wild Unknown. So we'll see how that goes. So that's one deck. My next deck, my next deck is, I've only used this for so I talked about it in my my deity journey video about what I use to communicate with the Morrigan, and it is the Marielle Tarot. Like I've had this deck out a lot because the Morrigan just loves this deck. It has a very De Morrigan feel. A lot of people think, that this deck has a very like dark feel to it. I do as well. This is one of the cards that really gets me. But I love this deck. I love the guidebook as well. The way that she talks about the cards and the way that she interprets them, it takes you on like this little mini adventure, and you get immersed in what she's written about, and I just love it. All right, so that is pretty much all of my favorites for the month of January. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorites are. And we'll go from there. Much love, blessings, and growth, and I will see you guys next time.